Hi, I'm Kavandrick, and once again, you're back at the place I don't want to be, but I'm here because they pay me. And I had hot wings today. This is my breakfast. Yes. A lot of times I be coming up in here and eating. It'd be my breakfast. It'd be breakfast time. But yeah, so breakfast today is hot wings. But they're not, well, they're buffalo wings. They're not hot. But I'm finna put hot sauce on them, so hotter than what they would be. I know this seems like a lot of hot sauce, but trust me, I use more. I could have used more. I also got some chips. But, yes, still working during the pandemic. Still holding down the job. Still disliking people at my job. But today is about none of that. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about plastic surgery and the rise, the real legit rise in plastic surgery and the affordability of plastic surgery. And how there's an uptake in just doctors, people going to medical school and becoming plastic surgeons. And how people are more and more comfortable at getting plastic surgery at an earlier age, way before their bodies even formed, and they're not giving their bodies enough time to gain these assets that a lot of women didn't naturally gain until after childbirth. But we gotta get into that with now the black female figure, which has for the longest time been an hourglass, is now at its most exaggerated point in life. Well, it used to be women was actually shaped like Coke bottles. And Coke bottles used to be like nicely curved, like that. No more. It's soon hourglass for real. Then, ooh, like real hourglass. Like they took that to heart. Which I feel is weird. I feel weird, and part of it, and partly to blame, because my artwork has never promoted anything but an hourglass figure. And like this was before, like I've been on that whole hourglass figure with a big butt for years, since elementary. Since elementary, I've been drawing. I've been drawing women with like hourglass frames, big butts, big tits. But I've also always been drawing black women, so there's also that. Which now I notice a lot of people drawing people who aren't black with those proportions, with black people proportions. It's weird. But yeah, I've noticed the intake of also the comfortability with people getting their boobs done is out of this world how comfortable we are now with boob jobs. But they're not like someone said they got their boobs done, you wouldn't really blink an eye. I love my videos and mukbangs. Just because I have to eat and record these videos before my break's over. But yeah. Oh yeah. Like breast implants are so common now. would be happy to tell you they able to get their titties did. That they pay for their own titties, which is nothing wrong with it. But like, I don't know. Not everybody needs big titties. I'm just saying, not everybody needs big titties. Some people were good with the titties they had, which were nicely proportioned to their bodies, but now their titties a little bit too big for them. And that's not just with celebrities. Like I just seen a bunch of these European women go overboard with this with breast implants. But let's get off of breast implants and let's get more into a more and more common thing that's getting real. That I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I just know I really wouldn't do it. That's nose jobs. Like people are getting nose jobs out the wood, like out the wazoo. Like I did not know so many people dislike having like what I assume were normal nose for their ethnic groups. Like everybody wants this more European nose. Even Europeans want a more Europeans who have European nose want it even better. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like nobody has a real nose no more. He's out there up in the Hollywood land. Like how does nobody like and you think it's an American thing, but no. Like nose jobs is but this is more just so like y'all don't know. Across the world, nose jobs are a common thing. So we be seeing these other people, these other races, and thinking, oh, they got all these cool, perfect features. No, they didn't pay for it. It's so common across seas, especially in the Middle East, for every. And this is the thing: plastic surgery across seas tends to like dudes and females get it about what and what, especially when it comes to certain well, redesigning certain facial features to look more European, because that's all it ever is. It's rare that it's gonna have you looking another race. Rather than European. Like it's so common. Not just in Middle Eastern countries, but also up in Asian countries for men and women to get like their nose did right, like the T zone, just the T zone in general did, and it really just makes you think like, wow, y'all really hate certain features, don't it? Like people don't. I've noticed having like a rounder tip with up in your nose is undesirable. So many people get rid of their noses like this, like I have. Also, I've also noticed there are some people who get their nose done like I have my nose. My nose is not done. This is my real nose. I realized what I was about to say, but I've also seen people get their nose done and it looked like mine, and then they go get it redone, and I'm like, oh, y'all really did. I was like mine. I was like, I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't have did nothing, but personally, I'm happy with my nose. And the reason I'm talking about the nose is because, like, your nose can change more of your face. Changing your nose can change more of your face than anything. Also, because people with their lips, most people's lips are gonna go down. Most people got fillers up in their lips. So the changes to their lips is like will go away over time. But people legit have like have that. And then certain people I just seen their nose and there's been nothing wrong with their nose. Their nose just looks like what they are ethnically. And I guess a lot of people have really been scarred by not growing up white. Because that's what it is. And also whitewashing has played a tremendous part in like how we view how certain people view themselves. And I don't just take whitewashing as making certain historical characters that you know were people of color or characters up in books that you know were people of color and turning white. I'm not talking about just that, but I'm also talking about is taking these people and getting someone of that race, but of lighter complexion of that race to play that person. Play that person you know is a dark skinned person. That's also what I'm talking about. Where you get where I'm clearly dark skinned with like tight forehair. To me, they whitewashing is not just wouldn't necessarily being get a straight out blonde hair, blue eyed white person, but it's also going and get a black person who is like 8 shades lighter than me with type 2 to 3 hair, like loose barrel curls, waves, get him to play me unrealistic. You now then put out an unrealistic image of what I look like. And I get it. Right. Oh, we want a person who can fit the role. Well, you could have looked harder for a darker skinned person to fit the role. You chose not to because you wanted to portray that person lighter. I don't know what it is with them trying to portray our historical black figures as lighter, or some of our historical black figures even. This is what I'm gonna say. A lot of our older black people that we praise up in the celebrity realm really have colorist issues and grew up in colorist times. So you can't really just like you think, oh, you would progress more, but you hear them say they want certain actors and actresses to play them, and you know they're or other celebrities to play them that you know aren't the best actors or actresses and are nowhere near their skin tone. But all this is to add that this perpetuates the thought that you might need plastic surgery or having instilled in you that you're not good enough and that to make yourself good enough you need surgery. When the truth is, you have to learn your history and what people used to look like before all the surgery stuff and before all the interbreed, the heavy, widespread intermixing of ethnic. I can't even say it, of ethnic backgrounds, like all that stuff. Like in order to understand what certain features you have and where they come from. Because if you never do research on your certain features, you'll feel like, oh, plastic surgery is the only way I can be beautiful. No, you're probably already gorgeous. You probably just aren't, and you probably just aren't looking at the right things to feed into that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are spectacular. But peace, love, positivity in later days. Well, not right now because I got to finish eating this wing and then wipe my hand. This wing has gotten cold. So cold because I talk too much without eating. Then I'll let this sit here for the longest. a microwave back here because it is not. I have to walk all the way around to another part of the building to use a microwave. Oh yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. Now it's time for me to clean my hands the best I can because someone didn't bring extra for napkin things for a little wet alcohol wipe things for the sanitation purposes. Like we had a whole break room, a makeshift break room, like they made just for social distancing. And people come back here and steal the stuff to keep it clean. That's where I live in. I work, not live, but I work in one of the most problem, like problematic because it wants to be because people want to be problematic places. But like I said, peace, love, positivity, and you're great, you're worthy, and you might not need that surgery you've been thinking about getting. It's, it might just be up in your head, but do what makes you happy. Don't ever listen to me and make you feel like you don't need surgery when that surgery might make you happy. But first, look inside yourself and understand: are you doing this to make yourself happy, or are you doing this to please others? And also remember, a lot of celebrities get their bodies done for better opportunities in their work field, which requires them to look their best. If you do not if you do not work in that type of work field or work environment where it doesn't require you to be at physical position and be basically the embodiment of sexiness, then don't think too much of your body. Just work out, get healthy, and live your best life in later days.